Money and managing possessions is a severe problem for all of us, and we're all very aware of it. Now, we all have differing amounts of money. All of us make differing amounts of money. And that is by God's design. But we all have the same problem of what we do with it. How we invest it, how we spend it, how we use it. And we have to constantly face the fact that money provides for us, mark this, a test of true spirituality. In fact, if you ask me, it's the best test there is. I can tell you more about a man or a woman spiritually by how they handle their physical properties than just about any other thing. It is a great revealer of the heart. It is a major problem in life. And when somebody can deal with it, it manifests the strength of real spiritual life. For an illustration, I would put it this way. The Lord gave 38 parables in the Gospels. Out of those 38, 16 of them have to do with how we handle our money. That's a major emphasis. Christ, for example, said more about money and possessions than about heaven and hell combined. In the Gospels, 1 out of every 10 verses deals with money or possessions. 288 verses in the 4 Gospels. In the Bible, there are 500 plus references to prayer. There are 500 minus references to faith, and there are over 2,000 references to money and possessions. It is a major issue. And frankly, it's not getting any easier for us than it was in Bible times. If anything, it's tougher. It's tougher. I mean, we live in a day when technology has provided for us such incredibly unlimited resources that the test is more severe than it's ever been. There has never been a society, for example, in the history of the world that had as much stuff as we have. Just stuff. Commodities, products. And in America, we probably have more than any other part of the world. We are living in affluence that's unheard of in the world's history. Modern technology has increased our comprehension of devices and designs to the point where we can now create almost anything, short of life itself. But you know what it's revealed? Our incredible affluence, our incredible commodity development has revealed a major problem. And that is that man can't handle what he produces. We can't handle our money, and we can't handle our commodities. I mean, in the very simplest sense, we are in a process of ultimate self-destruction. Now, all of us are very much aware of this. We hear all the time about where our country's going and where the world's going with all of the economic and financial problems we have. But the problems are not economic and the problems are not financial, and that's why nobody ever comes up with the right solution. I mean, I'm listening, to Howard Jarvis, and I'm listening to Jimmy Carter, who's telling everybody what to do, and I'm listening to all the bills and all the senators and all the advice and all of the stuff that's coming down the line, but nobody yet has really put their finger on the problem. And the problem is this. You create an environment with unlimited resources, you create an environment with unlimited commodities, and you turn man loose and he will destroy himself. I don't care what kind of legislation you have, because there is a basic truth about man that you have to recognize. He is ultimately and totally selfish. And selfishness related to productivity translates into one word: greed. And where you have the sinful heart of man, which is egged on by selfishness, and selfishness attaching itself to products becomes greed, you have the ultimate end of self-destruction. The Bible tells us, for example, in Revelation chapter 18, that the entire world economic system will come to a total collapse. That's right. It'll ultimately be devastatingly destroyed. Man is on a track to total self-destruction. Because when you continue to proliferate the potential to make money and proliferate products, you give to man that which feeds the worst thing about him, which is his selfishness, and he becomes a greedy monster.